First and foremost, Kim, I want to introduce you to all of my incredible 5 to 8 star diamonds in the West. So they are so ecstatic that you are starting us off in our Q3 Mastermind series, and literally they are excited. I'm so excited for this call. But as you know, I mean, many of you know who Kim Fitzpatrick is. If you haven't, you might be living under a tree. I'm just going to say that out loud because Kim is everywhere, her and her husband. And her brother-in-law was on the National Wake-Up Call yesterday. But most importantly, Kim is a wife and a mother. Her and Jamie, how long have you two been married?
I'm married 10 years.
10 years.
Almost 11.
Love it. So married almost 11 years, 2 beautiful children. She also, I mean, obviously, as you know, they work hard. You know, Kim right now is number 30 within the network. Her and her husband were the only couple in 2017 to hit Elite together. Both of them have qualified for Elite this year, so congratulations. She is an SC10 All-Star legend. She loves that accomplishment because it means that she is consistently helping people every single day within her business. Also, a big accomplishment Kim has had, she was one of the main speakers at New Leader Conference this last year, which was so incredible. And she did it in the most adorable, what were they? Like pants.
They're like jungle pants. They're basically
jungle pants. Love it. I'll forever remember those. And last but not least, she does this full time. She's flipping amazing. So let's turn it over to you, Kim, if you want to give us just a little bit more insight to who you are, and then we will just start opening it up for questions.
Yeah, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. First of all, I didn't get nervous, but I got a little bit nervous because I always get nervous when I get to speak and share with incredible leaders in this network. And I think I feed off of your energy just as much as you guys feed off of mine or Brittany's. So I just wanted to say thank you for this opportunity because, you know, it doesn't matter how long I've been in the business, how many calls that I have the honor of being a part of or leading or co-leading or hearing. I always get something I always take away something. And I always come out of these calls feeling brighter, more alive, more aligned with my purpose. And that is what sets my soul on fire. So I just feel honored that I get to spend a little bit of the slice of this heaven today with you guys. And I hope that I can, you know, either fill your cup or get some of those questions answered or whatever it is in this business that, you know, is either maybe it's keeping you small or keeping you limited, you know, whatever that is for you. I hope that we dive into that today. You know, I will say that this business is something, and this is a very bold and dramatic big statement, but I'm going to say that this business saved my life. This business saved my marriage. This business saved who I am as a human. And what I mean by that is that this business gave me permission to actually see myself in the lens that I am. And this business allowed myself to see that, you know, through my own self-love and my own self-belief, my own self-discovery that, yeah, we can absolutely build an incredible business that creates this ripple of a legacy. But I had no idea the value of my own worth before I started this business. So I am just going to give it up to that because I feel I like pray hard and give thanks every dang day that I said 6 months after Jamie started this business on August 25th of 2016, that I said, 2015, why not me? Why can't I do this business too? Why not me? Why didn't I waited 6 months to draw my line in the sand and I have not looked back. So I'm super excited to chat today with you guys and open it up for questions. There'll be, you know, one thing that you will not be short on is my passion and my fire. And I hope that doesn't scare you. But I'm going to do my best to kind of bring it today for you guys. So
perfect. So let's open it up to questions. And just unmute yourself and start asking. This is your opportunity to really dive in.
I have a question, Kim.
Hey, Melissa.
And first of all, I love and adore you and your husband. You guys are like, you look at you and you're like, oh, they look so nice. And you are as nice as you look. So I just love that about you guys. You're really who you are and what you look like on social media in real life. So that's really cool. I love how you guys have created like a niche of your market and you've really dialed that in. How did you figure that out? Even though you're two separate individuals, and I feel like you have separate like markets, how did you tailor that? That's something I really want to help my coaches, and something that I'm struggling with is finding their niche. And I know how, or I feel like I found mine, but how did you find yours? And what is maybe a tip that you have where we could help inspire our coaches to find theirs?
Okay, I love that. I love this question. And I think it's funny because I think my niche is constantly evolving. You know, Mike, for example, his niche is Instapot community. You know, that's hit instant. I call it Insta. It's instant pot community. For me, I would say that my niche is women, for sure. My niche is typically women anywhere from 25 to 45, 50 and above. Because now I'm attracting some really cool, badass over 50 mamas that want to rock this business, which is so fun. My niche is also business women that are looking to build a business in this. And my niche evolved when I stopped being a victim. When I started this business, I attracted victims because I was acting like a victim. I was writing like a victim. I was playing small. So that for me, when I started to change the cadence and the tone of my messaging, my niche came into actual reality. When I stopped being afraid to speak about this gift of this business, my niche started to flow. And one of the things, it's ironic because I was in the corporate world when I started this business, working anywhere from 50 to 80 hours outside of my home. And we still built this business. Jamie finished in the top 10 when we were doing that. I was finishing my degree. We were raising tiny little humans, and we hustled because we loved this business and we needed more for ourselves. When I started to kind of figure out that was my message, my mess was actually my message, but it was the mess, how I got through the mess, that's my message. People stay all the time and how hard things are, but really what people want to know is your solution. And my solution were these products. My solution is this community. My solution is this business that has literally given me my life back. So while you find your niche, it's super important to find out who you are and who are you posting to? Who are you talking to? I'm talking to my hero. I want to talk to the woman I want to be in 10 years. I'm talking to the woman I wished I prayed for. I'm talking for that girl because I'm going to chase her. And I want other women to want to chase that with me because it's a we thing, not an I thing. And that is how I found my niche. It's because I found me. And I'm going to be unapologetic about that. And I'm going to say things that are going to make you go, holy, what is she talking about? I can't believe she just said that. But I'm not going to be for everybody, and I'm not trying to be for everybody. If we try to be everybody, we cast that net. Gosh, guys, you are not ever going to drill down. You got to drill down in the people that inspires. And if I can help one person, if I can help one person have more belief in the mom they are, the woman they are, the partner they are, the career woman they are, then I've done my job. I do not set out to sell challenge packs. I set out to build connections. And that is where our business has been built from. It is a heart business. And if you don't have heart in your niche, you will continue to crumble. I hope that answered your question. Okay.
Brittany, are we just rapid firing?
Yep. Go.
Hi, Kim. This morning, my brain is just starting to turn on here. So I would love to ask you, when you are working with a coach who's excited to grow this business and you are working with someone that you believe is going to be a rock star, are you helping them build the vision and the results kind of like for their first few weeks, or are you like, okay, Emerald in 24 hours, Success Club in your first, obviously, month? Like, what route do you take with helping your new coaches that are fired up?
I love this question more than life. Okay, so Moira, I can never say her last name. I love her more than life as well. Moira Kusaba.
Kusaba.
Did a national wake-up call. And if you have not heard this, you guys need to hear this. I think it was a national wake up call, or she did some call. I think it was her national wake up call. And she said that when she gets on a getting started right call, she like has to like change her state, because she needs to get so connected with these people so that they start to build their relationship from day one. That is exactly what I do too. I get on this call with someone and I have a blank piece of paper, because it's their canvas they're about to create, not mine. And I decided really, really, when I didn't hit elite last year, that was hard in my business. That was very humbling, to have to tell Arnaud that I wasn't going to go for elite because I didn't have the team I needed. And I realized that then I needed to change everything, because when was that? So that would have been this 2016, right? 2017. So that would have been in November of 2017 that I realized I needed to change my strategy with my team. And I needed to realize that I didn't need to want it more than they wanted it. And so now every single conversation I have with every single coach, I do a lot of one-on-ones. I do a ton of one-on-ones with my downline, my entire downline and my downline's downline. And group calls, etc. But when I get on a call with someone, and my first call with them is to get to know who they are, what is keeping them small, what are they excited about, what are they scared about, what do they want in this business. I want to know what their 30-day goals are, what their 60-day goals are, what their 90-day goals are. I want to know what their 6-month goals are, and I want to know what their year goals are. I also ask them for what their financial goals are. I also ask them for how they're doing with their family. I ask them a crap ton of questions before I hop on that call with them, so that they have an idea of the things that we're going to talk about. It is not icky to talk about income. This business is about building a freedom, let's call it. But there's a lot of things that go in between there. And so what I try to say to them is we set realistic expectations. My expectation of them is not to hit Emerald if that is not their expectation, or if they have no knowledge about what that means and how it's going to serve their business. So my first responsibility as a business mentor is for them to understand as a business owner what all of those things mean. And if that's what they want to work, I'm going to run with you. But if you're going to figure this out day by day, I'll run with you there too. But what I do is I say, what are your goals? And then we work towards that. And then I give them little things like, so for example, Colleen, if they want to hit emeralds because they know what that means, I'm going to help them do that. And I'm going to follow up with them on that so that they feel this connection, this intrinsic connection. So it is important to me to also know that they're on a workout program. What workout program are you doing? What nutrition plan are you following? And they're going to check in on that on me too, because if their goals aren't on track, then personally, their business goals aren't going to be on track either. I think sometimes we try to give our new coaches a watering hose and then they leave. So for a lot of my new coaches that have never even done Beachbody before, their first project is to actually get day one done of a workout. It's actually to read the nutrition plan and show me how they've interpreted that, because that's how they're going to serve their clients. And they cannot serve their clients if they do not know our programs or our products. So first I get really clear on how well they know our programs and our products, because that's what you're sharing. You're not selling, you're not pushing. And if you don't understand that and you're not bought into this vision, it will not work and we will destroy our brand. So it is really important to me that if emeralds are a goal, great, but I don't want it to be my goal that I'm focusing on with them. I want it to be their goal. I did that and I will never do that again, that my goals will ever be bigger than theirs. So my goal is to work with them one-on-one. What do you need? And then we watch them fly.
Can I ask one follow-up question? Because I'm so like you. I love one-on-ones. I need human connection. If I don't have it, I feel like my business isn't working. So do you feel like you do one-on-ones and I hate saying this, but waste a lot of time for people who never end up taking action? Do you wait for something that shows that they're in this, or do you just do all the one-on-ones?
So I use Acuity, the scheduler Acuity, and I book my one-on-one calls on Tuesdays and Thursdays. They get 15-minute blocks and they have to answer 3 questions before they get on a call with me. And if they don't answer those questions, I'm going to send them back and we're going to reschedule that call. We are all very busy women and wives and whatever our lives are. And no, I'm just absolutely not going to spend my whole day helping them build their business because I have mine to run too. So what's important about that is we get really specific. So first of all, I ask how long, like I know how long they've been coaching. Is this your first call? It's usually not. But what SC are you at? How many people are you talking to a day? How many connections are you making a day? And can you please send me your daily activity sheet? So that I know when they say to me, well, it's not working. I'm like, well, you haven't done the work. I had a call last night where she's like, I post once a week and do an invite. I'm like, okay. What do you do in your invite? Nothing. I'm like, okay. So I'm going to wrap this call up because you've got some invites to do. And she's like, yes, I do. Right. So again, and then my other question I asked her was, how bad do you want this business? I said, because what you're demonstrating to me is that you're not willing to put the action in, but you want it a lot. So that there's something not working here. So how can I help you? What is that walk for you? And when we spend that 15 minutes together, and Melissa McAllister's amazing at this, and I learned this from her, she just breathes belief into people, man. She just breathes belief. There is every training that your coaches need. There is every resource they need at their fingertips. You can't teach them to be resourceful. And if they're not going to be resourceful, don't waste our time. Don't waste your own time because you don't want this business. And if you can be honest with that and open in a very respectful, like super respectful way, it drives our team crazy. But Jamie and I always say, this is your business and you may not want to do this, but it's your business and it's cool. They hate us when we say that because they think we're condescending. I'm like, dude, if you don't want to hop on a call with Patrick Reelman and get your mind blown, that is up to you. But catch the recording and let me know what let me know what you think. Because I don't have employees. I help to mentor CEOs. And as soon as we shift out of a CEO employee mindset, we don't own our team. They own themselves. They own their tribe. So I would say, Colleen, like they need to be having a CEO mindset. And if they don't, that's what you should be working on with them.
I love it. Even for a new coach, you would have them send their activity tracker, even if they're like brand new for those. I love the questions. But
that's not a getting started right call. So that's different. Like if I'm having a getting started right call, that's like, that's where you like really get to know who they are and what their short-term goals are. And then I have a follow-up call that following week.
Gotcha.
So I do another call right after that getting started call. That's their first call, but they already know where their daily tracker is. They know whether or not they're going to be, they want to run. They know whether they want to like walk or crawl, right? So I know where they're at. And I don't ever have expectations of my coaches. It's their business. You cannot disappoint me. This is your business. So where are you at? I will ask, do I have permission to hold you accountable to what you're telling me today in this call? And when we follow up that next week, they damn well know that they're not going to show up on the next call if they're going to tell me that they haven't done what they said they're going to do. Because I don't have time for that. No one does.
Thank you. That was very helpful for me.
Who's next?
Kim, when you are getting your coaches started right, is there a specific personal development book that you're recommending, or is that on an individual basis? Because it really just depends on where they're at. But is there something you found that is just like the golden book for your team?
I love that question, Melissa. And that's so awesome that I do what you do. I usually say like, where are you at? How are things going? A lot of people just need such self-help books. So I do try to niche it down for what they need. Get Over Your Damn Self is always a great one. You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. Girl, Wash Your Face. For people that are really struggling with their own like thoughts, I actually recommend Brooke Costello, the Life Coach Podcast School. She's amazing. And sometimes I actually, before I recommend like Darren Hardy or The Compound Effect, it's like, let's get our souls right first. Let's get our own stuff first before we start trying to parallel business and that, because so often the action happens once you start feeling more comfortable with yourself. So that's what I would kind of do, Melissa. I think you're right on the right track with getting them to read the book that speaks to them the most. But also don't be afraid of recommending podcasts, because podcasts also are, sometimes people don't have time to sit down, but they could do 15 minutes when they're driving and then kind of not report, but like share in your team page or share in your message chat. Oh my gosh, you got to do this. This is such a great podcast. Mic drop. You know, the other one we do, another really good one, guys, is Robin Sharma, the Mastery series. Jamie heard me one morning. I was yelling like, yes, every human needs to listen to this. And I think it was the nine things to exceptional behavior. We shared it with everyone. So that's another resource I give to any new coach. And I send that podcast to them as well. And I will get Brittany the actual name of it. And you can send it to everybody, because that's a really cool one. It's 25 minutes, but it is like the best. Robin Sharma, me too, Whitney, changed my life for sure. And so did Wayne Dyer. Okay, Crystal, can I answer that? Is that okay, Britt? I'm just going to answer Crystal's question. So what did my schedule look like when I was working full time and now? Okay, I love that question. So my schedule when I was working full time was super busy. I still had to wake up early in order to get my workout done, but I was so busy running out of the house because I had an hour to 2 hour to 3 hour, 4 hour commute with my corporate job, depending on where I was going in Southern Ontario or if I was flying. So I would actually really work in power pockets. I would always I would get my workout done first thing. I was typically late for all of my meetings. That didn't go very well, but I needed to get my workout done. And then I had to post my pick, play, post. So that was like my little routine. That's all I did. Guys, they were like dark and grainy and never uploaded properly. And they were awful, but they worked because I was just consistent. That was I think our biggest asset in this business is was not very pretty, but we were consistent. So we consistently showed up. I had about 2 hours, maybe 3 hours a day to commit to my business when I worked in my corporate job. What I did do is we stopped watching TV at night. I didn't take lunches, and I would be really strategic to post. Like, I really tried. I loved when Melanie Mitchell, when I first started, she's like, I just tried to be a resource. So I tried to do that too. If I was listening to a podcast in the car, I would turn that into a post and just say, hey, I just learned this, with a cool picture. Or I would take a picture of my lunch strategically with a couple of the containers, and I'd post in that post, I'd use the hearts and I'd say, hey, for any of my rock star clients following our nurturing nutrition plan, the hearts match the containers. And then people would start to spiral on that. What are those containers? What's a lifestyling nutrition plan? So I would be intentful in my posts built around my corporate job, because I knew I could post that I had to eat, and I knew I had a long drive, so I could post something about personal development that were along the lines of the vital behaviors. So I kept it super simple in my corporate job because I didn't have any extra time. And I needed to be a mom and all those things. So I tried to really plan my days, and I would just get intentional in my message. The magic happens behind the scenes, not in the highlight reel. And the other thing that I also found too is that I would be the one that had the last word. Every comment I got, I would comment below. And then if they commented, I would comment back. My goal from day one was to leave people better than when they found my post or my message or my conversation. And that's how we built our community. We built our community on transparency and connection and communication. So that's what I did and how I built my business. So I worked out. I packed my lunch the night before. I would make a post about that. I would work in power pockets. I got really efficient with turning my notifications off. Everything is off my phone. If you can see that, there are no notifications on my phone. There is nothing distracting me from where I am right now. That saved my life. So I turned everything off, and that will help all coaches as well. I'm sure many of you guys do that. So that was what my schedule looked like. It was a hot mess. I was a hot mess. I literally wrote, and I still have, books and books and books. And I wrote every time I had a message or a conversation and I had a little break. I still do this. I write my list in my notebook every day. I write who I connect with, and my highlight colors mean if they're my clients. My purples mean if they're my coaches, and who I talk to. I just was consistent. I made sure that every day I connected with a minimum of 20 people. Every single day I connected with a minimum of 8 clients for customer retention. And now it's building. Of course, I go higher, but that's what I started with. Every single month, my goal was always SC 30 when I started. And now my goal is SC 100 or 150. Your goal changes with where your schedule changes. But that's what my goal was. So when I worked in my corporate job, I had no extra time to Slack. I had no extra time to scroll, and I made sure I didn't. When I catch myself scrolling, it had to be the intentional 30 minutes I had for connecting, not mindless scrolling. If you don't have time and you catch yourself scrolling, give yourself some grace, because this job is stressful and our lives are full, but use that as your reward to scroll, not during your work time. So set yourself a goal. I worked in pockets. I worked in tiny goals. I knew what I needed to get done first, and that's what I did. And now I still wake up at 5 a.m. I do my meditation, my gratitude. I do my Insta stories. I get my workout done. I hop on a Zoom call with my girls, which are our clients and our coaches. I check in with my group live. And my day starts at 5 and I don't stop till about 10. I still work anywhere from 12 to 13-hour days in this business. And I don't say that to, I'm just not, I am a worker. I don't say that because that's realistic for everyone. That's just the way I am. And what I mean by that is I work and live with my business partner. So just so you know, 5 of those hours are strategizing on our business. But we might be in our backyard or watching our kids in the hot tub or going on walks. So when I say I work my business that much, it's just because I kind of eat and breathe this business, but I want to eat and breathe my life. This business has become my life, but my life is so full. And I've realized when I need to put my phone down and have eyeball time. Those are important, but I still work a lot. And I'm okay with that, and I'm not going to stop. So for me, that's what works for our life. But what I realized was when I stopped and I came home from my full-time job, I was working out at 9 a.m. or 10 a.m, and no one does that. For me, it didn't serve my business or me or even reaching people, because that wasn't the people, the business women I reach and the people that I reach don't have time to work out at 11 o'clock. So again, to Melissa's point, I niched down. I went back to my people crave schedules. They crave that. So I get asked all the time, why on earth are you waking up at 5 a.m. in your summer? Why on earth not? Because I have a passion for my business, and if I don't want to sleep my days away, but that's me. And I want to attract the women that want that too. I want to attract hard workers too. And that's why I do what I do.
Just to tag on to that real quick. So you were saying, because with your kids, I imagine they're out for summer and stuff, and I'm sure they do, whatever, camps and stuff like that too. But you said, you're masterminding with your husband, kind of when you're out with your kids and watching them in the yard or whatever. I was just wondering, do you have a time where you just shut down, or do you have those boundaries, or is it kind of all weaved in, like you said, or I'm just.
Yeah, I have no tech time. But my kids are almost 10 and 7. And when we started, they were really little and we needed to chase them. And they were getting in trouble. Now they're like, Mom, peace out. I'm going out with my friends. Or there's a small gang that lives at our house of all kids. They all grew up together. So for us on our street, yes, 100% I've got time down, totally. But I don't know. I'm probably the wrong person to say that to. Crystal, I've worked since I was 13. I've worked multiple jobs my entire life. I actually am learning how to chill down. But my chill down time is being with people and connecting. And that's always with my kids for sure. My chill down time is that sacred time at bed when, between, 7:45 and 8:45, I'm nowhere near my phone or my business. I'm connected with my kids. And we're heartstorming together. We're doing their 5-minute journal. We're talking in bed, whatever, but our lives are different now. We both work from home and we've got a really untraditional schedule. So every day is different. Do you require your coach to do anything before the getting started right call? No. I don't. They typically get through the training and they know we send out a welcome email. So when they're at the bottom of the welcome email, it does say, and they've gone through all their steps, then it says schedule a getting started right call. So the ones that have actually scheduled the getting started right call have read to the end of what they need to end to. So, they've gone through their like small little baby steps that they need to get to call us. And then we book that call.
Hey, Kim.
Hey, Z. Congratulations.
Thank you. Question for you. When you have a diamond or a star diamond coach who, so like a coach who's more of a leader on your team, who starts to fall off or totally falls off, what's your advice? Because I go back and forth between like, am I chasing them versus just let them go? And I can't seem to find like the right approach when that happens.
Oh my gosh, I love this question more than life. I've got 2 diamonds that keep falling on and off. And it's like, again, you just can't want it more than they do. Do they want it? Do they want this business?
They say they do, but my gut says I'm chasing them.
Right. So do you do weekly calls with them or check-in calls?
I have one-on-ones with every single diamond on my team and downline every single week.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So I wouldn't say you're chasing them. I would just keep leaning into what their goals are and what they've done to do that. Now, the one thing I really like, Jamie's so good at genealogy. He's so good in the back office. So before I hop on a lot of the calls, he's like writing it down for me, like a sports coach. But that might be something too, for them, Z, it's like getting them accountable in their back office so that they know who's active or inactive when they're talking to you. And you're probably already doing that stuff, but it's where I saw a big shift was actually teaching them a lot of the volume stuff. And that's one of the things that we do with our team. We actually do this was Morgan Reiger does this. She does a volume push. So where you actually teach about what the volume means. So that's one of the things we've been doing. And what incentivizes the 2 diamonds that keep dropping, not incentivized, sorry, that's the wrong word. What motivates them is also income. So it's like, okay, so you want to earn this. You're frustrated. You're not. Here's the activities you need to do. Where are you at with that? So Z, it's almost like they're going to come up with the solutions for them to make their business work, but you're just kind of guiding them in, okay, great. So did you check out this volume and where are you at with this? And okay, so do you have any coaches that are hitting SC? And and sometimes I find, and Jamie's so good at this, is when you teach the teams, like the business, the back business, understanding why they want to be doing this and that, and what the commission structure is and what the cycle bonus is. Like sometimes people just have no clue how this business works. So they actually don't understand it enough to teach their own team, which also impedes them as a leader. So sometimes, like, I'm sure you hop on with their team too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I kind of
doing a lot of the checking for them. So this is really eye-opening. Like instead of necessarily saying, you go look and look for this, and I'm kind of coming to the call already. I've already looked at all of it.
So what you could do, Z, I would send them a screenshot of what you're looking at. So Jamie's like king at that. He'll screenshot, or he'll say, when someone says, hey, new coach will call me or message me, be like, what's my week like? I'm like, okay, can you go on login? And I'll like write out they're like, oh yeah, I logged in. I'm like, okay, great. Go to monitor my business. Okay, I'm there. Okay, can you go into your drill? So get them, like, if you're doing that, Z, like screenshot it. Okay. Be like, hey, can you go check your business? I just wanted you to let me know who these people are and where they're at.
I love that. Thank you.
That shows that you're looking, but you're giving them, hey, amazing work this week. Your volume's awesome. Hey, just double check on this girl. So you're sending love, you're building them up, you're making them feel empowered, you're not micromanaging, but they're feeling, because the more you teach them in a really secret way, then they're going to feel comfortable to go teach their business, their coaches. They're going to feel more inspired because sometimes they just don't want to tell you. They have no idea what they're doing.
Right. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Or they like me doing it for them, so I can uncover that too.
Totally. And that's what you could even just do, right? It's like, okay, so this is where I found this. Or share the screen and go through each step with them, or get them to do that for you or with you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I hope that was helpful.
Yeah, very helpful.
You're doing all the right stuff. It's just leaning in a little bit more to them and making them feel like it's their idea.
Yeah, thank you. It's always great to hear you talk.
Oh my gosh. I love seeing your face.
Oh, thank you.
So Blair and Teresa have great questions if you want to look at those.
Yes.
And then ladies, feel free to unmute yourself if you want to physically, because I know you're going to call them out anyways. You're probably going to have them unmute and talk about it. But if you have a question, do unmute yourself, please. I would love to hear from you.
Okay, Blair, I love this question. It's so important. Jamie and I talk for like hours, not when we're with our kids, but hours on how do we help them duplicate. So one of the things that we do each month, we have a membership training website. So we just basically pulled we put together a really cool website where there's like a stepped progression of membership or of their training. What we've done is so we have what's called a Crush Your Business Training Academy at the first Monday of every month. And every coach in the entire downline, including the coaches that add coaches in, are in that training. It's about 18 days. We work through little snippets each day. And we have coaches that are sometimes in that for like 5 months, and they do like 3 lessons at a time, which is fine because they always have a place to go back to. What we try to do is we've duplicated our systems and our processes in such a way. First, our training is streamlined. Every single person on the team gets the same training, no matter what leader plugs anyone in, we're all getting that same training, which is probably very similar to what you guys are doing. The second thing we've done is I love content creation. So I also, to make it easy, I love creating, we run free groups. I don't know whether that's your jam. We teach our team and our tribe how to run a free group, how to run a 5-day or 3D free group. And then I've run 39 free groups. And I love to do new content, and I share it with all of them. I duplicate by sharing. So if something works for me, they have all that content to be like, I'm going to run a free lunch group, and it's going to be the best content. And one of the frames I like to do, I like to teach them how I do that. So when I run a free group, I show them how I will post for that. We have a quarterly marketing plan for our team. And we have all these hyperlinks. So I put up my schedule that I learned from Mel Mitro. It's online on YouTube, her schedule, if you type her in. But when she's doing her coach sneak peek, everybody puts everything. So yeah, I'm going to answer both questions at once. Everybody's doing the sneak peek together. Jamie's Holly Hillier has an incredible process for sneak peeks. We just duplicated that. So people can either duplicate our system with our sneak peeks, or they can run their own. This is all duplicatable actions that they're able to do. So we talked about the free group. We always run that in the first week of every month. And we cycle forward. We talk as a team. Hey guys, who's doing what free group this month? The second week, we plan for our coach sneak peek that we typically do during that second week at the end. And then at the third week of every month, we start a new challenge or whatever. We add more people to our accountability group, etc., the 2B mindset group. So we're showing on this quarterly marketing plan, that never changes. That structure of what we do doesn't change. And we just show what we're going to post about so that we aren't just constantly shoving things down people's face. Sometimes it's okay just to be you on social media and not feel guilty about it. Sometimes it's awesome to do an unintentful post, because sometimes the unintentful posts that show that you live and that you're happy and you're joyful are more intentful than even the ones inviting them to the 2B mindset group. So we allow and we share and we showcase to our coaches that even their guys, you have to live your life and you have to show the good and the struggles and all those things, so that's been really helping them. We've duplicated it in such a way that we have a marketing plan that when they click that hyperlink, there's sample post ideas. Their sample don't ever post these ideas, and they're all from the first 2 years of our business. So we show them things that, when we first started, and we talk about this on our team call, we have every week, You know, when we first started, we thought we had to be fitness professionals. So we'd spend half our morning making these fitness videos that really didn't represent who we were. And, you know, so the more we niche down and the more we show our examples, we have other leaders that are sharing their examples, etc. So it isn't just Janie and I leading our team, everyone's leading our team. So we've really adopted a Crush Nation model where our diamond leaders run as well. They'll go live in the group and they'll share something that's really helping in our team page with where they're at. And then another leader will talk about something else, you know, and another leader will talk about something else. We are in the culture of collaboration. And it isn't about us always needing to be the one with the answers, but just to say who wants to share. And that's how we duplicate. We duplicate by setting big, scary goals and really doing the work and showing them how they're earning volume and how they're going to be on the leader volume board, because that matters. We duplicate in teaching. So we can't assume that people are going to know how we hit however many SC we hit each month unless we share them and show with them how. I show my team my list. I do power hours with my team. I get in the trenches with them every single, like we do it all the time. That might not serve you or your schedule, but it's what serves us. And I need it too. I need the accountability too. So that's kind of what we do. We do our team sneak peeks together. We do team calls every week together. We are planning our Diamond Leader Retreat together. We also have just newly scheduled, it's called the Brick House, and it's for Diamond and above. And it's a really exclusive, cool weekly leadership team call. This has been the coolest thing. We adopted it from Angie Belmar. I forget what she calls it. It's so cool. I'm sure it has mouse ears, but ours is bricks. And what we talk about in the Brick House is it's the real diamond is when your business really starts. Diamond is about building your foundation, and it's about building it strong. So you're not built of discount coaches. You're built of people that are ready to build their business. So we have really honest, open, heart-storming conversations on those calls where Jamie is sitting there and we are unpacking genealogy that some of those star diamonds have no clue doing. They have no clue. So sometimes what we've learned and what we've uncovered is you can only duplicate without people understanding what the heck they're duplicating. So be careful in your duplication, because you got to be really clear in your instruction of how you got there. So we don't just duplicate, we teach and teach and teach and unteach and untrain, and then we teach it again. And that's how we have built duplicatable systems. The first week of every month, I do a free group. I run a free group in my Fitz Life online community, and that's where I get a lot of my challenge packs from, because I'm super intentful in there as well. Did that answer the question? I just babble a lot.
No, that was perfect. I actually have a question for you.
Okay.
No, you totally did answer it. So obviously when you started this business and you were working full time, you were doing SE30, you did now say that you're up, a lot higher than that. So my question for you is on an average month, how many coaches do you recruit and how many of them end up being working coaches?
Okay. I recruited 29 coaches last month, and 29 of them want to work.
Okay, so go deeper into how, because obviously you know your niche so well, but go into more of that, will you please?
Yeah. So we build a lot of our coaches from our existing clients, and we build a lot of our coaches from inside our challenge group. I pulled 5 coaches that want to work the business that had been on our morning Zoom calls, because there's other coaches on our morning Zoom calls. I don't do separate Zoom calls. I have coaches and clients on our Zooms together, and they were getting so fired up about us talking about Summit and all those other things. So I post very intensely on Instagram. Instagram is my jam for attracting and recruiting coaches, 100%. I go live every day on Facebook and as well, almost every day, every other day. And we just started talking more about the business, and more about the business. So, okay, I'll talk about that, Christelle. This is a whole other call, to be honest, Brittany. It's so much. Okay, so
You're good. You can wrap it up in a little bite-sized form if you want.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. No, I mean that. I'm just like, trying to like, it's been a long time in coming, right? And I also am with Lyft. Like, I'm really strategic on my Insta stories. Like, I show up every single day about the business. Every single day we talk about the business. So when I do a call or a call to action, people respond because they've been watching what I'm doing. I always also, when I'm talking to someone and I message them on Instagram or they message me, my first question is, are you looking as a client support or a business opportunity or both? Because sometimes if you just assume they want to be clients, you are missing the business opportunity. So that's what I start with. And then someone's like, they'll say, oh, I can't do what you do. I'm like, oh, of course you can. What do you mean? But tell me more. Right. So we talk about that. I talk about that. I recruit probably, I would say five of those coaches are from my client accountability group. We structure our client accountability group like training for coaches. So, and again, that's a whole other process. I do my onboarding for my clients is the exact same way I onboard my coaches. They're on Zooms with me. They are getting weekly emails. They are answering questions. They are participating in as leaders in their own life. We're doing personal development. We run book clubs in our groups. I do daily lives in my accountability group where we are constantly sharing. You know, I have every single day, we have 400 people dropping their Slay Your Year roll call. Every single day our engagement is blowing up because we are showing up too. So they watch what we're doing. Everybody's watching what you're doing. So we're hitting those coach numbers and how we're attracting those business coaches because of what we're doing every day. And I also start any coach that starts with me, they are starting as a client first. They are starting as a freaking client. I don't want people that don't want to change their lives. I don't want to work with people that don't want to try the business, that can't drink the shakes because they don't believe in them. You're not on my team. I'm sorry. Like, you can't be on my team. So that, Brittany, I just do what I do. I show up every dang day and I Insta story and I drive people crazy until they join me.
No, I love it. And you answered it perfectly. Crystal has, so just that question on your morning Zooms. Will you just touch a little bit more
so
on
I do a 6 a.m. Zoom call and it's our workout. We just do our workout together. But we talk and we yell at each other to lift heavier. And we all love Joel, lift fours and hit home run. But we did our 80-day obsession together every single morning. We worked out together. And there's a PST call. I'm sure many of you guys do group Zooms. But I just decided I needed my own accountability and I just put it out there. So, you know, when it was 80-day obsession, I got to be honest, it was a little tiring. 6 days a week of running a morning Zoom was a lot for me because you're on with your people. So that's why I needed to get up at 5 a.m. and do my meditation and pour into me. Because what I didn't realize by getting on at 6 a.m., the coaches that are coming out of that are like, I got this. Like, I've transformed my life myself. I'm my leader in my own life. And that's the other piece of advice I'd give. That is one thing we do as coaches. We breathe belief into our clients like there is nothing else. We focus on mindset. We focus on movement. We focus on nutrition. We are not only about workouts. We are about holistic wellness. And that is why we are attracting so many clients or so many coaches, because people want positivity. People want to be a part of community. People want accountability. People want a side hustle. They just don't know how to do it. So tell them every day. If you think, guys, sometimes we don't even think that putting on your makeup when you're going out on a date night is really important on live on Instagram. You never imagine the people I've gotten out of there, because you're just riffing. So don't be afraid of your strength and your voice and why you love this business, and don't be afraid of setting boundaries if you're going to sign up as a client with me, this is your contract. Are you willing to do this? Are you going to do personal development every day? Are you going to show up with your workouts every day? Are you going to, doesn't that sound familiar? Doesn't that sound like the vital behaviors? Well, guess what? They're doing exactly what our coaches do. And in that, they become coaches in their own life and they're changing. And when they say to me, oh my gosh, I have 4 people that want to sign up with me for this because this tribe's so amazing, let's do it. but you know what? You're going to do that. And you're going to get your shake paid for you. And I'm going to teach you how. So those are the things that we do.
Ooh. Okay, Christy Lyons said it earlier. I'm like, we should all just stop and start clapping. I'm like, this is so good. Okay, last and final words, because we are obviously at 50 minutes, but I want you just to share, I mean, obviously these ladies have big goals for the end of the year and also Q3, finishing July strong, all these things. So what would be your advice to these women that are wanting to accomplish big things by the end of the year?
Okay, I really love this question more than anything, because I told Arnaud that I was going to be an elite coach by July 31st, 2018. And I'm an elite coach. I am really proud of that. I could get emotional right now. So if you guys have big goals, I want you to write that shit down. I want you to write it down every single day, because I didn't do that last year. I did not write down that I was going to be an elite coach. I didn't write down that I was going to be 6-star, 7-star, 8-star. I didn't write any of that down, guys. And I went from 5-star elite to nothing, to 1-star diamond, because I was my other star. And I don't want to build a team out of people that don't want it like I do. I want to build a team of people that want it. So our elite team accomplished it together, and it was a we goal, not an I goal. So I stand beside those women because we did it together. And that is what I want to know, what their goals are, and we're going to work on, and they know what my goals are. And I want to tell you something that changed our business. Jamie got on a call and he said that when you help your upline accomplish their goals, you're going to have a team that's going to do the exact same thing for you. And as soon as you want that bad enough, you get out of your scarcity mindset, you rock into your abundance, and your business is going to explode. But if you are afraid to ask for what you want, if you are afraid to ask the team to say, who wants to run this with me? I have 38 women that want to run and rock this business with me this year. 38. It takes that much to even come close to superstar diamond, guys. You have to be willing to double your investment in the humans that you get to serve in this business with, because that is going to be your mighty team. It's not going to be the 40. It's about quality, not quantity. So pick your people and run with your people. And I spent so much time with the people that were so keeping me small, that wanted to know what was in it for them. Those are not your people. Your people are the ones that want to see you soar because you deserve it. Your people are the ones that want to celebrate you as a leader, and they're going to clap harder because you are a leader and you're changing their lives with them, alongside them. And in turn, you're changing your own. That is what I learned. So if I have any advice for you, you better feel your damn goals. You better see your goals. You better taste your goals. You better dissect those goals, and you better reverse engineer who you need, what you need, and how the hell you're going to get there. Because you are not, guys, I wasted so much time. I waited till October to try and ask my flailing elite team to get to elite with me. That was stupid. So from January 1st, 2018, I said I'm going to draw my line in the sand. And I'm going to work my business like I know I can. And I have worked so freaking hard. And that is why, yeah, I pour hours into my business. But you know what? My team does too. Because they watch me. They see me respond to that message. I might not respond from 7 to 9 because I'm with my kids, or I'm out for dinner, or I'm with my husband. But they see me before I go to bed. They see me do the last little check. They see me leaning in. Because the speed of the leader, yes, is the speed of the pack. But don't put the expectation of your speed on your leaders. It has to be their own expectation of themselves. And if they're ready to rise, then you guys will rise frickin' together. And it is the most beautiful thing. And that is what this business is about.
Oh, you're amazing. Oh my gosh. Flippin' adore you. Okay.
And I'm crying my face off.
Well, you're beautiful at crying. So
my eyelashes are coming out by the second.
You did so great. We so deeply appreciate you and your passion. I mean, that's, I think, one thing is you're magnetic, and people just want to be surrounded by you because you lift everybody up. So thank you so much for your time, for your generosity, for really empowering these women to push hard in this last stage of 2018. And we just appreciate you beyond words.
Can I say one more thing?
You absolutely may.
I need to all get. Okay, can everybody, if you don't have this, can you guys go buy this book, please, like today, if you don't have it, the 5-Minute Journal. So every morning, I write that I'm going to be a superstar diamond, and so is Jamie. So I write this, and I look at every morning. I look at this. I'm like, yeah. And then I send it to my team. Yes. So whatever it is, but I love this. This has really changed my business. It's my clients do this with me too. Other thing you guys can do for your clients, you can print this on Canva, a really pretty page. Just like I'll even send Brittany I'll send you guys my PDF I give to my clients. But it's just like, I'm grateful for what would make today great, daily affirmations, 3 amazing things that happened today, and how could I have made today even better? And if you put your goals, I want you to write your goals in this. I want you to be grateful for the fact that you have the boldness and the braveness to ask for what you want in this life. And I don't ever want you to be apologetic about it, because it's going to change your business. Okay, the goal is to now go buy on Amazon. Let's all just buy them a little, like on Amazon now. Love this. Thank you, ladies, for being on. We appreciate you, Kim, beyond words. And send me everything that you would like me to share with you. I will. I'll just message her. I'll send you whatever you want. If you want to see our marketing plan and stuff, I'll just send you whatever they want.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, appreciate you.
Okay, guys. Let's go crush our goals.
Bye, all.
Bye, guys.